guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Sonia and you're watching Domestic Diva. Today I am participating in a collab that is hosted by Lisa from Lisa and Company, and she had asked several YouTube creators, DIYers on YouTube that are from Canada to participate in this I guess red and white collab. So maybe some form of a patriotic to Canada, because Canada is celebrating its birthday on July 1st. So we wanted to create a couple DIYs that you can use in your home for decor. So my first one that I'm going to be making, it requires this Canada sign from Dollar Tree. I have printed out a map of Canada that I'm going to use a cutting knife to cut out, and then I'm going to use some Emperor Silk chalk paint, as well as some linen white chalk paint by Rust-Oleum. So the first thing that I'm going to do is cut out this map. So since there will be a playlist, as well as a list of, I will list all the ladies that are participating in this collab, so you can go and check out their videos as well. And if you're stopping by from one of their channels, like I said, my name is Sonia. I do DIY type of videos several times a week, as well as some cooking and cleaning motivation. So if that's something that interests you, I would love it if you press that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. And if you're not familiar with Lisa's channel, I will have her channel as well linked down below. She does some pretty neat DIYs, tons of them, so make sure you check her out, let her know I sent you, and show her some, give her some love. Okay, so I left a couple of really small ones because I can just add those without actually cutting them out. First thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this because I will not be using that. And now I'm going to paint this with my white. And I'm using chalk paint because it does give it the best coverage. I think it covers it up better than the acrylic paint, but if you don't have it, you can totally use that as well. So I'm going to let this dry fully, and then I'm going to apply a couple other coats. So this has had 2 coats, and now I'm going to place my map of Canada down. And I'm going to use my stenciling brush to apply the red. Okay, I think I lost part of a map. Okay, so I was going to see if I can maybe add the little islands to it that are there. but I don't think it's that bad. And I think it's gonna look good once it's completely dry. So for this next project, I have 3 pieces of this scrap fence post, or deck post, and they're all 3 are different size, and I'm going to paint 2 of them solid red, and then I'm going to paint this one white, and I'm going to do a little bit of maple leaf stenciling on it. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm going to take my Emperor silk, and I'm going to paint just little spots everywhere for where I want the maple leaf to go on. So now I'm going to take my painter's tape and just tape up these maple leaves that I had pre-cut, and I just free-handed these. It's okay with me if these don't work out perfectly, because I want to give it that rustic look. Okay, I'm just going to set that aside, and I'm going to paint these with the red, just completely. Now I'm going to go over it with white. I'm gonna let these dry, and then I'm going to give them a little bit of sanding just to distress it. And then I'm also going to glue something, I haven't quite decided what, to kind of resemble the wick. So this had some time to dry, so I'm going to go gently over it with a sandpaper.
Can't believe the time that has gone by. The memories will never fade, they keep me going.
And then I'm just going to show you what I'm gonna do for the top. So I have this piece of nautical rope, and I'm just going to cut a small piece off of it, and I'm going to hot glue it on top. And that's going to be my wick. Now I think I'm going to add a little bit of white to the top. It's really hard to sometimes paint the areas that were cut. I'm going to add red to this as well.
I walked by the place where you lived before.
let these dry. The red is still not completely dry, so I can't quite sand it yet. But I will show you what it looks all sanded. The third project that I'm gonna be working on is I had picked up this letter from Dollar Tree. Now this was a G and I just cut off to make it a C because they didn't have a C. I have this piece of scrap wood. This was part of a flag and I just ripped it off. And then I have this plaque which I picked up at Dollarama. So I'm going to, first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to hot glue this C to the end of this piece of wood so it has time to properly cure. I'm just gonna let this dry. Now while that's drying, I'm going to glue this flag to this plaque that I have from Dollarama. I'm just cutting off the stitched part, and for that I'm going to use Mod Podge. Actually, I'm running a bit low on Mod Podge, so I'm going to use tacky glue for underneath, and then I'm going to do Mod Podge on top.
I'm waiting for you, waiting here for you, aching for your love.
Okay, and now I'm going to put Mod Podge over it just to make it a little bit more secure. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry. So this had time to dry. I'm gonna paint this this letter white and this red. And now this will be red, like I said.
See your face on strangers in every crowd.
So I'm going to let this dry as well. So this is all nice and dry, and now I'm going to try and write down Canada, and we'll see what works. I've got 3 different things that I might be using. But first I'm going to write it with the pencil, just so if I mess up I can just erase it.
Not to shout your name out loud. I'll always be here for you like the shore.
Okay, so I wrote it out, and now I'm going to try with my white Sharpie, but last time I tried using it, it didn't really work. I think it was a bit dry, but I'm going to try and see if it works now. It's not really covering it very well. Just going to try this one. Don't like that one either. I'm going to try this one. I just have to make an angle. This is a chalk one. I like this one. So Lisa also wanted us to share. Some of us weren't born in Canada like me, and sometimes I get questions what my accent is. Some think I'm French, but I'm not. I had moved when I was 15 with my family, just before I turned 16, from former Yugoslavia due to war, and I've been living in Canada ever since, so most of my life now. I still refer to back to where I'm from as back home, but my true home is in Canada, and I couldn't imagine living anywhere else. I love my back home. I haven't gone back very often. I've gone twice since we've moved. Once was just recent. I wanted to show my kids where I was born, my hometown, my home, and all that. But and I was hoping to go maybe next year again, but we'll see with the current situation what will happen. That's that, and then I'm going to now hot glue the flag onto the top. So here it is, all done. I do like the way it turned out. You could totally leave this out. I think it does add a little bit of another touch, but if you didn't want to use the flag, you could totally leave it out and just leave it as is. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to use all of this on my front porch. So I'm not going to show you how it looks on my front porch, because I will have a totally separate video on how I decorate my front porch for Canada Day. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But I will show you how they all look individually. Individual pieces that are not in this mess. So let's go and do that. So here are the candle look-alike candles. I think these look really cute. And then there's the map. I like the simplicity. I think I'm just going to lean it up against something, but you could totally hang it up with those holes. You could also do a frame if you wish, but I do like just how simple that is. And then there's my Canada Day, which I think this one is my favorite. Well, I would like to thank Lisa for hosting this collab, and make sure you check out her channel as well as the playlist down below for everybody else that has joined in this collab. So if this is your first time stopping by my channel, I would love it if you consider subscribing and pressing the notification bell. I do DIY type of videos several times a week, as well as some cooking and cleaning. And in my cooking, you can totally see my background and my nationality, I guess. So until next time, hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and thank you all so much for watching.